And good morning, guys. Johnny here for Cody Health. Today is Friday, April the 5th. And I'm going to show you something really, really cool, right? And this beautiful Friday is not my face. But if you see that reflection on my face, you should realize what it is. Here we go. You guys ready? That's your sunrise. There you have it, guys. Beautiful. Sun's coming up. And believe it or not, I know for a fact, so I can feel it. I don't see it. But the moon is up there somewhere, already coming down. It's on that side. I can see it. Guys, my hair is pulling that way. Like, ooh. This is something I got to tell everybody. They say, you're out of your mind. No, everyone has this capability, possibility. We can all feel the sun and the moon, right? The moon pulls you waters, right? Remember that we are all water. And the sun is the energy. There's a people talking about, oh, kale is not good, or lettuce is not good. And what they don't understand, that when you eat green leaves, right? Anything, right? I know there's a lot of pesticides. I know they're not super organic and this and that. But what you eating is the sun. It's photosynthesis. It's chlorophyll, right? I think it's called globulin or something like that. But you understand that the only reason why things grow on this planet is because this guy right here, right, combined with that lady over there, right, produces everything that is on this planet. All right, real quick, what I wanted to talk today is, so I've been listening to a bunch of podcasts and conversations with very, very interesting people, right? And very good ideas. But we need to understand this, right? And I hope everybody's on the same page here to get this right. We, you and I, and everybody else, nobody has a single thought of our own. You don't have a thought of your own. I don't have a thought of my own. Nobody has a single thought in your own, a single thought in your head. Not in my head, not in anybody's head. That is our creation, right? We are moved by memory, right, and imagination. That's it. And I want you to think about this deeply. Just think about it. When you were born here, right? When you and I were born on this planet, whatever part of the planet you were born, from the very beginning, your parents, kindergarten, as you grow, everything that you have in your head, everything that we have in our head is planted. That's why I like to say that, although here and there I try to pick up a book and read it a little bit interesting, right? I got to remind myself, that's why I don't like to read books. And I don't get too convinced with any expert out there, because there are no experts on any field, right, about anything. I get input, right? But in reality, you got to understand that every time you listen to someone, right, that claims to be an authority, an expert, and they say they have a PhD from Harvard, blah, blah, blah. You know they cheated on all the tests. You know they're there for the money, right? They're trying to brainwash you. And we are brainwashing ourselves with books, right? And ideas from other people, thinking that that's a fact when they're not. They're not facts, guys. It's just the ideas that they have. And we eating those ideas as reality, as absolute truths, right? You pick up a side, you're on the right, you're on the left, you're red team, blue team, you're this religion, you're that religion, and that's the single problem that the planet has. Is your team against my team, and if you are a God, any God, is a religion argument. How can you be wrong if you're representing God, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. And here at Chronic Health, what I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to cure anybody, right? I'm not sick, right? I started when I was 48. I was always kind of like a kind of sporty guy, kind of doing exercise, going to the gym, jumping, swimming, surfing, running, basketball. You call it. I like that kind of lifestyle. So I was always in shape, but never thought about my health. As I started losing my hair, and I started having a bunch of gray hair all over the place, right? And this has reversed incredibly, right? And you can call it placebo effect. You can call it whatever you want. I am not losing my hair anymore. I actually have gray hair, right? And it's all because of my diet. I went plant-based. I gave up all animal products, all of them, right? It took me 14 months because I did it on my own. I didn't know how to do it. And I was failing miserably. I was falling back into eating cheese, eating eggs, eating steak. I'm half Argentinian, half Peruvian. And all the time, community, society, peer pressure, I was always failing until I made up my mind, because I met quite a few people. And these are very few people out there. And these people that I met are truly raw plant-based, right? Mostly fruits. Why? Because they were different from any other vegetarian, vegan that I met before. And I mean, you can see it on my skin, guys. I have my wrinkles, right? Because I started it late. But if you can see it shiny, it's just amazing. My hair, my skin. I lost permanently 20. I'm 165 pounds. I used to be 185, 190 pounds. I used to have a lot more muscle. So I came down in muscle size, right? But I'm stronger than ever because I don't have to carry around 40 something pounds of extra, whatever you want to call it, right? So if you're bigger, your organ has to be bigger, guys. There's no way around that. You have to understand that, right? So as I started meeting all these people, and I was in disbelief, and that's the point of this video, is do not believe anyone, right? Do not believe me. Do not believe anyone out there. What you gotta do is you get input, right? And experience yourself from within. Try things out and try to understand and read your own body, right? If you remain a skeptic all the time, that's what is a secret. You want to know, right? The problem is that once you think you know, like all those people out there, they were talking about sleep. Like this, I'm the Huberman talking to this guy, Matthew Walker. Look, everybody's cool, right? I love both of these guys and everybody out there that's trying to do the right thing. But they're not experts. They're like talking like to people who cannot sleep, right? And if they can help somebody, awesome, right? If those who, and with all respect, those who cannot sleep. I am someone who's got no problem sleeping. In fact, when I go to sleep, and I tried that yesterday, right? It just takes me a couple of breaths. I do breathing work, breath work, before I go to sleep in bed. And I pass out. And I try not to even to dream. Astro, flying, whatever, I don't know if I'm going somewhere. I try to be dead. I want the repair to be fully done in my 6 hours of sleep, right? And I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And I wake up fully rested. So it's not I'm trying to restrain or I'm trying to get up early in the morning. No, I'm trying to synchronize myself with my circadian rhythm, right? And I don't believe anybody because I'm constantly seeking. You probably heard this before, right? The goal is not to get there. The goal is to enjoy the path. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, right? I'm 53 years old, my best health, my best shape, right? This is the time that I'm supposed to be enjoying. And that's all I'm trying to do. So, but I don't believe anybody. I get input from everybody, being very careful not to brainwash myself with ideas of other people. Whether you're hard, I don't care where you, that's completely nonsense. This research, that research, and always when somebody I say this research, who is sponsoring that research? Who's paying for it? Because the problem with science nowadays, right, it's not that they want to know. Science is not about, science means cutting things in pieces, right? And keep cutting, and if you cut anything, you keep cutting until forever. right? That's science. You ask questions. Ask questions. You never stop asking questions, right? But nowadays, science is not about to get to know, not get to the bottom of it, but how can I use it? How can I make money? So there's always an inclination to that aspect, which is the material aspect. How do I make money? How do I make a product? How do I quickly put it on the market so I can become a gazillionaire? Understandable? Yes, to some point, because you want to protect yourself. You see what's going on out there with the politicians. Nobody is on our side. Nobody is for us. They are for themselves and for themselves only. They think that we're electing leaders. I'm not electing. When you give your vote, you don't elect a leader. You elect a servant. Somebody's going to serve you, your needs, right? And that's what this video is about. Understand that what I'm trying to do with chronic health is like chronic means, or that's the meaning I'm giving it. Chronic meaning from inside, reading your body, right? You don't need 8 hours sleep. You need as many hours of sleep as you need to be fully rested. Same is with water. How much water you need? You need the amount of water you need for your activity that day. Sleep, water, food, nutrition, what you need to eat. You cannot be eating the same thing every day all the time, right? You need to eat according to your needs. That's nutrition. And that's probably the most difficult part. It's not difficult, it's complicated. It's not difficult, but complicated. Why? Because what you get in the supermarket is garbage. That is a huge issue, right? The soil is being depleted from the microorganisms that provide the micronutrients, right? And whether you eat meat or you eat the diet that I do, right? The problem is that you're not getting the nutrients that we really need. That's why I always leave a link in the bottom of my videos for where I get my nutrition, the nourishment that I need out into my food. I get one single meal, right? One single meal, one big meal, right? Between 2 and 4, and the rest of the day I'm using fruiting, right? And using this product. And at the end of the day, it's super economic. And because the other day somebody was telling me that if you go to McDonald's, you spend between $12 and $20 on a meal. I'm like, what? That's crazy, right? And if you go to any other place, it's like $15. It's like, what? That's what I spend on my products. I spend between $12 and $15, right, on quality protein, superfoods, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and amino acids that I really need to complement the little solid food that I consume, right? Good morning. So, and it's very important because I try to eat the least amount. Look, it's not that I try to eat the least amount of food. I'm trying to produce the least amount of waste on my digestive system so I can be clean inside. That's the root. Gut health is just the most important part in the body, right? It's what goes into your gut is literally what gets you sick. So I am trying to consume, right? Not the least, right? I want to consume the right amount of nutrients so my body absorbs without creating any waste, which is part of the problem with processed food and all that. It's all becoming garbage. The body is absorbing nothing but garbage, right? And it's producing a lot of crap, poop, right? So is with animal products. You do get some nutrients from animal products, but the amount of waste and the amount of energy, the toll that it takes on the body, right, to process the stuff, and the amount of waste that produces, it outweighs all the benefits that you get from it. Now, like I always say, because some people say, well, I feel great eating animal products. Yeah, but you spend a lot of money, not only a lot of money, but a lot of time in the bathroom, right? And you get the nutrients. I get that part. But the people that do what I do, the raw plant-based fruit, are on a different level, right? And you gotta do it right, guys. People like me do not get upset. People like me have a clear mind. You talk with somebody who consume animal products, they're a mess in the head. They're like a match. You touch it and they explode. They can't keep their cool, and it's because you're trying to create a human being out of animal DNA, right? And at the end of the day, the only thing that we need is just to create the process into making ATP, which is the only fuel to the cellular level that we need. We only need ATP. ATP is the only fuel that we need to create out of fats, sugars, glucose, and proteins. And that's what this is all about. All right? And with that, I already went for 15 minutes, guys. So just remember this, guys. You and I, we do not have a single thought on our head that is ours. Not a single, nothing. Everything is planted. So you got to be very careful, very skeptical of everything that you get in, right? And come out with your own conclusions. Feel your body, guys. Feel the sun. Feel the moon. And start learning how you consult with your body. Your body's talking to you. We're not listening to it, all right? And with that, I'm going to let you go. Johnny here from Chronic Health. And beautiful day. I'm feeling great today. I'm so sore from training yesterday, but that's the way I like it, right? And you guys have an amazing day. Check out the link in the description for the products that I consume for nourishment, for my nutrition. This is very, very important. All right, guys, have an amazing day. Ciao.